Welcome to the second episode of my weekly Happy Body show here on Facebook. My name is Elena Muratova. I'm an Olympian life nutrition coach and wellness specialist. So today I want to tell you about 10 healthy habits which you can do daily. It's easy habits. They don't require a lot of time to do them. Some of them requires a little bit more time than others, but in general, they're easy to do. But doing them daily will actually boost your physical and mental well-being. So let's go. The first one is when you wake up in the morning, before getting up from your bed, just ask yourself, what are you looking forward to in upcoming day? And sometimes it can be tricky to find something. I know it from my personal experience. It's sometimes not so easy to find answers to that question. It depends on the day. But I actually encourage you to try doing that practice. It just helps you to connect with your values, with that liveliness and joy in your life. And if you cannot find anything, if you just cannot find anything that you look forward to in that upcoming day, I encourage you create something that you're looking forward to. Actually be creative and find something, because sometimes we might think about some big things that we need to look forward, but it can be something easier. So I share my experience that for me, I know, I realized when I started to answering that question, I realized that I really enjoy when I wake up to put my bare feet on the carpet in our bedroom, because it's really soft and fluffy and it's just nice feeling. So every morning, at least I look forward to that experience. Yeah, so there is one advice from me at least, but again, you can try, and I'm sure this time you will find more and more things you're looking forward, and they bring you, this practice will bring you more joy in your life. The second tip or second habit is just do a brief mindfulness practice. Again, it shouldn't be like 1 hour meditation, 30 minutes. So it can be just 30 seconds, 1 minute of taking 3 deep breaths, really focusing on your breath, or just briefly scanning your body, or actually looking around and noticing 3 things that you see, hear, or sense with your body. Again, it doesn't take a lot of time. It can be done anywhere, at any location, and at any time. Just again, 30 seconds, and doing that daily will help you to become more aware and mindful about your body and about yourself with time. It's good practice, especially to start with, if you want to bring more mindfulness in your day. The third habit is let your emotions be a little bit longer, not without trying to suppress them. Just let them be for a little bit longer than usual. It's about taking that distance from your emotions for a while and kind of observing them from the side and just noticing them and saying to yourself, oh, right now I feel very anxious, and being curious about that anxiety, kind of taking the step from it and observing it from some distance, and really watching what's happening, what you think about, what impulses you have, what you want to do. Just give yourself a little bit more time to be with that emotion. Just for a little bit longer. It can be 1 more minute or 5 more minutes. It depends on how intense that emotion is for you at that concrete moment. Actually, also doing that exercise, when you take the distance and let that emotion be, you can realize what this emotion is about. Like, you can actually name this emotion, because sometimes something happening with us and we just react on that feeling, but we even don't know what emotion we experience. So this practice can help you to become more aware about your emotions and deal with them in more compassionate way. The fourth habit is to do one little small nourishing activity every day. And I know you're busy, you have a lot on your plate during the day, and again, just taking a few minutes to do something that you enjoy doing. For me, for example, right now there is spring on Vancouver Island, and I really love crocuses, so I can see some of them from my window. So when I am at home, I can just stand up in my room, in my little office in my home, and look outside and observe those crocuses for 1 minute, and it gives me this energy and pleasure. So this is something that nourishes me. And you can think about what little small activity you can do daily, and it's not necessary to be the same every day. You can alternate, you can do different activities, but something that just give you this energy, recharge you. Habit number 5 is about standing up from your chair if you have sedentary job, which many people do right now. If you just have to sit for prolonged periods of time, just stand up every hour. For just standing up and sitting down can be enough. If you have opportunity, you can just walk a little bit and go back to your chair, but just giving your body a chance to move and giving yourself a chance to feel how is your body, maybe to change your position, to notice that maybe your posture is not very comfortable right now, and you can change something, and just kind of bringing a little bit more movement in your day will be so helpful for physical well-being, even just little small movements. The second habit is to be aware of your appetite, at least once per day, at least when you're eating a snack, not necessarily a full meal or full meal. Just be aware about your hunger and satiety, noticing when you are full, when your satiety level is up, or just noticing your hunger maybe during the day. Just again, like at least once a day, be aware about your hunger and satiety level, about your appetite. And you can rate it on the scale from 1 to 10 if you want. Where is 1, you're like, I don't know, extremely hungry, and 10, you're like so full you barely can move. So just, maybe before eating a meal, just ask yourself, like, how hungry I am right now. Or when you finished your meal, you can ask, okay, like, how full I am right now, how full my stomach feels right now on the scale. This habit helps you to be more mindful about your eating and just more compassion towards your body and not overeat and not to go for many hours feeling hungry and then overeating because you haven't eaten anything for a long time. And also just brings more awareness to eating and give you more opportunities to enjoy your food and notice what food you like more, what your food you like less, and how your body feels after eating certain types of food. So again, can give you some insights, and then you can make some changes to your eating. The seventh habit is about turning towards something, somebody, and even yourself. And by turning towards, I mean just kind of being curious about something, about an object, for example, or a person, as I mentioned about yourself, just having this attitude of openness toward it, with kind of putting aside all your judgment and previous knowledge and just really being curious, like how this thing or person affects me, like what is impressed on me just by looking at the thing. It's just such a wonderful practice to do, and it helps me in my life to bring more compassion towards myself and to actually see the things as they are, connect to reality a little bit more, and notice people and understand people better, and actually being curious about real people, I mean who they are in reality. Yeah, it's so great, because sometimes we can have some attitudes and beliefs and judgments in our head, and it can be challenging to see the truth of the things, of people. Yeah, so it's great practice to do, and as I mentioned, it just brings a lot of compassion this time if you do this practice regularly, and just helps you connect with things, to get beyond our first impression or our knowledge or beliefs. Okay, 8th habit is about doing physical activity. Here you probably need to spend a little bit more time. I always aim to spend at least 30 minutes of physical activity, but again, don't be very strict with yourself. Allow yourself to do this 30 minutes of physical activity, any physical activity, walking, I don't know if you need to vacuum floor, it can be physical activity, whatever. It can be exercising, can be strength training or cardio activity, but as I said, even any movement, anything can be very beneficial for your physical well-being. Doing it daily will be so great, and your body will be so grateful for that habit. Another habit is to stretch your body, to do some little stretch every day. Again, it's not necessary to be like the whole body stretch where you spend 1 hour or longer. It can be just something easy when you stretch some muscles, stretch your neck, your chest, for example, because these muscles can be very tight from the stress, from some activities. So yeah, just spending again a few minutes to stretch your muscles, during the day or before you go to bed. Just hold the stretch for 30 seconds or even 15 seconds. You just feel how nice it is to stretch your muscles. It's such a great feeling, so try it and see how it goes. And finally, always trying to change the second habit. It's 10th habit already. Say 3 things you're grateful for just today, every day. Like I do it before actually lying in my bed in the evening, just saying in my head 3 things I'm grateful for today. Again, it can be little small things, but this habit of gratitude really boosts mental well-being, helps to again shift the focus from all the stress we experience during the day to some positive moments and train our brain to notice some positivity in our day. Because again, there is things happens and we're stressed, and there are many unpleasant moments that exist during the day, but it's really important to notice this positive moment that happens to us. It's just so nice for mental well-being to do this practice. Again, you can do it lying in your bed before going to sleep, and it helps to reduce the stress and anxiety in the evening, because sometimes it's just difficult to fall asleep because we start thinking about some worries about the next day. But doing this practice can be very helpful. So just name 3 things, big or small, you're grateful for today. And you can do this practice, of course, during the day as well, not necessary in the evening, but just when you feel stressed. Okay, there was like 10 habits, 10 daily habits you can do every day, and they will boost your mental and physical well-being. So there is a short overview of these habits. So the first one was asking yourself in the morning before you're getting up from your bed, what am I looking forward to in upcoming day? And answering this question and trying to find the answers. Don't give up so easily. If you can't find anything, just you will be amazed that you can find something, some little small things. The second habit is do a brief mindful practice, a few breaths, focusing on your body, scanning your body, 3 things you hear, see, sense. Maybe 30 seconds, 1 minute can be enough. If you have more time, of course, you're welcome to do longer practice. The third habit is to let your emotions to be a little bit longer. This habit actually teach you how to tolerate your emotions, to be with your emotions, and see that they're not so destroying as we might imagine for ourselves. So kind of taking this distance from your emotions and learning to name your emotions and just be with them. Yeah, it's amazing habit to have. The fourth one, do one small nourishing activity every day, something that you do with intention, as being present, anything that gives you joy and satisfaction, and try to have variety of small activities you can do from day to day. So like don't necessarily focus on one, and just be careful with doing, we sometimes we can choose eating as a nourishing activity and become stuck just in doing that one. But I just invite you to explore and find what activities, little small activities, bring you joy and recharge you, because I'm sure there are plenty of them you can try and do. So the fifth habit is to stand up from your chair if you have sedentary job. If you need to sit for a prolonged period of time, just stand up every hour and sit down, or stand up and walk a little bit and come back to your seat, to your chair. And the sixth one, be aware of your appetite or about your hunger satiety level at least once a day. Before you start eating, ask yourself if you're hungry or not, or when you finished your meal, ask yourself if your satiety, how is your satiety level, if you feel full or not. The seventh habit is to turn towards something, somebody, or yourself once every day or more if you want, and just have this attitude of openness and curiosity. Put aside your judgments and actually look at the things with this attitude of openness. Just kind of with this new attitude, and see how this thing or person impresses on you, and it can be great practice to become compassionate and to see the things in their truth without our beliefs and judgments. Eighth habit, do 30 minutes of any physical activity daily. Can be anything, not necessary to be exercising, but try to plan this physical activity. And you can split the 30 minutes. You can do increments of 10 minutes or something if you need to walk towards your car and back. Ninth habit, stretch your body. Just spend 30 seconds to stretch some of your muscles and 30 seconds to stretch other group of muscles if you have time. Again, we tend to carry stress in our body, so it's nice to stretch it and it feels awesome. And finally, the last habit is just to say 3 things you're grateful for every evening. You can do it lying in your bed or before going to bed, or just during the day if you have more time during the day than in the evening. So that's all. And if you want to get notes from this second episode of our Facebook live show, please leave a comment. I want notes, and I will send them to you. I will let you know how to get them, at least. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed it, and if you have any questions, again, leave a comment and give like to this video, share it with your friends, and I see you next week. Bye. Thank you.